Plaintiff Marcus Gilson rented a room in the defendant's apartment. And one day when he got home, there were lights and cameras set up, and the defendant was shooting a porno. Marcus is suing his former roommate for a loan, a rent refund, and a security deposit. Defendant January Maxwell says within 2 weeks of Marcus moving in, she discovered he had a drinking problem, and he was constantly bringing women in and out of the apartment at all hours of the night. She's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I met January and the end of February.
You met January and February.
Yes, I met January and February at the end of February through online looking for a roommate. I moved in April.
What was the agreement?
What the agreement was that I paid $300 for a deposit. And,
starting when?
Starting April.
$300 deposit and $300 rent?
Yes, sir.
Same time, April?
Yes, sir.
How did it go living with her?
When I first moved in, it didn't go. It didn't go well. I come home from work. One day. I walk in. I see cameras, boom, lights, and everything. Somebody screaming. It's like they shooting a porno. I ain't want to be a part of it.
How do you know from cameras and lights that it's a porno?
I mean, you know, I watched pornos before.
You saw it going.
I know what pornos is.
Were they having sex?
No, shit. They ran to the back. I mean, whoever it was, they jumped up and ran to the back.
Okay.
So I didn't get a chance to. I wasn't even trying to look and find out what's going on. Tell you the truth.
Okay.
I just
saw
backed out.
lights and cameras and somebody running, so you assume they were taping each other having sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my area, I had the living room part. I had the living room. I had set up the living room.
Okay.
You know
so
what I'm saying? In my
what'd
area.
you do? How far did they run?
They ran into the back room. The back room back there.
Okay, you didn't wait till they come out and ask them what they were doing?
Yeah, I came back later, and I asked her. She had said that she was shooting a blog for her video, a blog or something.
Okay.
And it was just crazy.
Let me hear from you.
He responded to my Craigslist ad for a roommate. He came over and he saw the place. He liked the place, I liked him. I thought he had a good head on his shoulders. So a few days later, at the beginning of April, around April 4th, that's stated in my roommate agreement that I created, he moved in. Within the first 2 weeks.
The agreement was what?
The agreement was $300.
That's it? No utilities?
No, well, the $300 was a part of the utilities as well, and this is the original.
How much was the rent?
The rent was $600. And
okay, so yeah, and his part was $300?
Exactly, $300.
And the utilities included?
That was the utilities included, correct.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so, you know, within the first couple of weeks, I noticed that he had an alcohol problem. There'd be times I come out my bedroom, he'd be drunk on the living room floor, bottles of liquor all over the house. You know, he also liked to smoke weed as well. And he always had company.
Is that
I
true?
was always working.
No, sir, I never had company at her house, sir.
Right.
I have
enough. So this woman, she's imagining?
She's imagining things. I don't have it.
Your Honor, I
She's
actually
about
have
to show
a
me something, her
document.
imagination
Yes.
in writing.
Oh, here it is right here.
Let's see.
At the very bottom, Your Honor.
So why do you say you all weren't getting along?
At the very bottom. I would say we wasn't getting along just because out of all the drug use, out of all the alcohol abuse, you know, and also just him bringing all these women in at odd hours of the night. And that was one of the stipulations. That was one of the stipulations, Your Honor.
I got a text message. She asking me for sexual favors and stuff.
Excuse me?
Yes, I have it right here, sir.
All right, did you give her one?
No.
I'm just asking. You the one. You the one keep talking about sex, sir. You started out claiming that they were shooting a sex video in your room. Now you want to talk about being offered sex from her. So I want to. Let's go into that. So what did you say? When she said, "I want to give you some sex," what did you say?
I didn't respond.
Which I never said.
Pardon me?
I didn't respond.
What'd you do after you just sat there quiet and the woman said you want to have sex?
No, she texted me. She texted me.
What'd you text back?
She said, if you don't text back and respond, that means no. Just like that.
Let me see where it says that.
All right. Right there, it's highlighted. Your Honor, I met January and the end of February.
You met January and February.
Yes, I met January and February at the end of February.
Plaintiff Marcus Gilson rented a room in the defendant's home, and he claims while living there, the defendant offered him sexual favors and has the text messages to prove it.
I'm not a booty call. I know the P is good, but restrain yourself. This is what she's saying. Sorry, Marcus. Sent that to you by accident. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did, Your Honor. I did.
Keep going.
I did.
Then plaintiff. No, she asks you, are you leaving for the night? You say, no, I'll be home later. She says, okay. That tone don't sound like a no to me. I've been so attracted to you, sugar.
Keep going.
Can I give you some, what's the right way to say it?
Fellatio.
Fellatio. Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah. I've been so attracted to you, sugar. Can I give you some fellatio between us adults?
Yeah.
If no, just don't respond and ignore this.
And I ignored it.
Give me time to think about it.
Okay.
Why are you trying to deny it? All right, so tell me about the loan you're suing for. $1,500 and the rent.
Okay, yeah. The loan was she wasn't able to pay her rent, so I loaned her. I mean, for a person like she said that I drink and I do all this. I mean, I had 2 jobs. She didn't have a job. I loaned the money, made her sign a promissory note.
Let's see it, please.
Which I have it right here. She's saying that she was going to pay me back, never paid me back.
Okay.
And so
tell me about the rent.
The rent,
refund and security deposit that you want back?
Yes, I ended up, I feel like that I should get my money back because I ended up calling, I thought I was on the lease because that's what she had gave me.
He never thought he was on the lease.
Hold on, ma'am, let him finish.
I thought I was on the lease, so I ended up calling, she told me that Rim Commercial said that I had to go. So I called Rim Commercial and asked what was going on. They said that I had to leave because January was illegal subleasing. They said that she could not sublease. You know, she didn't have the right to sublease or anything like that because she's on government assistance.
All right. And you should get a refund for the months that you paid for and did not live there.
I left in June.
What date in June?
June.
Beginning, middle,
2nd.
end?
June the 2nd.
June 2nd, you left. And you paid for that month?
Yes, I paid for that month.
And you left without 30-day notice, though?
I left without 30-day notice.
You should pay that June. You needed to give her 30-day notice before leaving.
No, Rim Commercial, that's the thing. Rim Commercial, though, they told me that I had to leave. I had to vacate the premises immediately.
That. Okay. Your harassment charge, ma'am?
Okay, so when I told him that I was unable to pay him the $300 back, for the first couple of days, he was okay because he understood I lost my job. But then after those couple of days, he started to get aggressive. And with him drinking, he'd bang on my door in the middle of the night, half drunk, talk about where my money.
That wasn't about no money. Go ahead.
He was threatening me, Your Honor. Threatening me with physical harm, Your Honor. Then he was calling.
That's a lie. Look at her, Your Honor.
My management company, and he called them. He knew from the very beginning, Your Honor, what their situation was. I told him on day 1 when he first gave me the rent, I said, if you see one of my management people throughout the building, say you're a brother or a cousin. He said, okay, I'm fine with that.
That's a lie.
So there was no illegal sublet because he knew from the very beginning.
Well, and that's irrelevant, ma'am, to the months that he stayed there. It's only relevant to the month of June.
He didn't stay there in June, Your Honor.
Right. So,
he left.
However, he didn't give you 30-day notice.
Correct.
But if the landlord forced him to move or the management, then he wouldn't have to give you 30-day notice because he was forced out. Rim Commercial, return the keys to me and come get your things, seeing as you're not a Rim Commercial lease recipient. Okay, ma'am, he was put out. And so, therefore...
And that text message was from me.
And the harassment, well, that's even more so. You put him out immediately. And the harassment so far doesn't arise to a claim of $1,000 because he was banging on the door. That's what you did, right, by putting him out.
I just been asking about my money. That's the whole thing.
All right. And you even said that, ma'am. It was about the money. So I'm going to grant your judgment, sir, for the loan and your rent refund would be for $300, and your security deposit, you were supposed to receive it back when you left if you do a walkthrough. You didn't do a walkthrough because she hadn't vacated the premises. How did he leave the living room, however?
He left on June 7th.
Was there any damage to the living room?
There was no damage.
Okay, well, do you give him his deposit back when the person moves and they left no damage? They move and they didn't damage anything, so $900 is your judgment.
But there never was a deposit, Your Honor. When he first moved in, it was only $300.
He never gave you $600 when he moved in?
No, he gave me $300.
You have any evidence, anybody of the amount? You better not be telling them you might have blown your case line.
No, sir.
She better not show me something where it was $300 instead of $600.
$300.
Matter of fact, I got text messages.
Does it say anything about deposit? That's the only thing in question. Did you give her $600 in April?
I gave her $300 first, then I gave her $300. I gave her $300 one time, then I gave her the $300 on me initially moving in.
Correct. Within what time frame? A day, 2 days?
Like a week.
Ma'am?
It was like a week.
I'm trying to find the paper.
You're not looking quick enough. So.
Plaintiff Marcus Gilson rented a room in the defendant's home, and he claims while living there, the defendant offered him sexual favors and has the text messages to prove it.
I'm gonna have to do as I was about to, grant him his $900 and gotta dismiss your harassment claim. I don't conclude that he harassed you to the tune of $1,000.
I just been asking about my money. I told her and then she's upset, you know. She's upset because she see me riding around in my Cadillac, my Mercedes and stuff.
You didn't have a car, Yana.
And don't have a place to stay. How ghetto fabulous is that? Sleeping on the floor, out there with these big pretty cars and sleeping on somebody's floor.
I wasn't sleeping on no floor.
You did in her living room. You didn't even have your own bathroom. You didn't even have a bedroom.
Futon.
Futon. You're sleeping on a futon. You've been better off sleeping in your Mercedes.
Oh, no.
Lord have mercy.
Here it is. It clearly states that there is no deposit, only $300. That's what it says right there, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Right there.
The place for you, $300 moves in, no deposit.
That's the original
Seriously.
ad that was posted.
But when I got there, like I just said,
Show me
I only
evidence.
paid
She showed me
$300.
evidence that she didn't charge it. You would be foolish to pay her something that you came to based on this listing, and you paid it anyway. Now you showed me something.
Go ahead. Right here.
Okay, right there.
Right there.
All right.
Right there.
Where
Right
it says deposit required.
Right there. $600.
The rent for the premises is $600 per month. It
That's
doesn't say
right.
anything about deposits, sir.
He pays $3, and I pay $3 plus
The
utilities,
rent
Your
for
Honor.
the premises.
But
Yeah.
how much?
I see nothing about a deposit.
I
sir.
had, but that's when I moved in. Like I said, she told me $300.
Well, that was a gift, sir. I'm gonna give you your $600. You better be glad I'm not dismissing it
Yes,
altogether for what I believe to be perjury.
Yes, sir.
$600 is your judgment for the months you paid, and she keeps that deposit. Well, there was no deposit.
There was.
Have a good day. Yours is dismissed.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay, sir.
You lucky he gave you something. You lucky he gave you something. That's what I'm gonna say. You lucky he gave your something.
Plaintiff Nicole Black has a child with the defendant, and when their baby was 6 months old, they went on a trip to visit the defendant's family, and she was forced to stay in a hotel with the baby while he stayed with his family. She's suing for a down payment, car insurance, and the return of a title. Defendant Josh Hall says he loved Nicole and he intended to propose to her on their vacation, but instead she broke up with him. Josh does not believe he owes Nicole for anything.
Start with you.
I first met Josh in 2013 at a mutual friend's wedding. We dated for about 6 months before I moved in. He had a daughter from a previous relationship. We had our daughter in December 2014. During the relationship, I did a lot of the supplying for the children, both children. I did birthday presents, Christmas presents with zero help from him.
She didn't work during the summers, though.
I'm not going through what couples who live together and have a child, how they spend the money. Go ahead. That's both y'all money.
So when our daughter was 6 months old,
Like
we
me
went.
saying that my wife can't spend any money, even though I'm the one make it all. I'm the one can't spend any. Go ahead. So
When our daughter
I can't
was-
get into that. Y'all gonna get into my thing. You gonna tell me you gonna give me some advice? Go ahead.
When our daughter was 6 months old, we went on a family vacation together with some
You done
friends.
threw me off now. Oh.
That's a sore subject for you.
Yeah, that's a sore subject.
I mean, when you're
All the money I make, my wife won't let me spend it and give me an allowance.
Yeah, what are you up to, 400 a week?
Now I'm up to $2,000 a month.
Oh, 500 a week.
Pretty good. I could have a couple
off by
dinners
100.
at a restaurant with my buddies and maybe even buy a pair of gym shoes. Go ahead, ma'am.
when our daughter
And
was
she doesn't
6
work.
months
That's
old.
the point. She like you. She didn't work. She don't work either. Got me spinning. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We're on your thing.
When our daughter was 6 months old, we had went on vacation together to visit his family that lived out of state. We had friends that went with us too. We were all under the impression that we were staying at his family member's house. When we arrived there, myself and my daughter was put into a hotel room, which I had to pay for, and was there all week
Where was he?
That's not true.
at his family
That's
member's
not true.
house. I stayed in the hotel room by myself all week.
But at home, you all stayed together.
Right,
That's
But on
not,
vacation, you say you all had to stay separate.
right. There
Why?
was not room for
Why?
myself and my daughter at his family member's house.
That's not true.
And that just kind of broke our relationship, not
Okay.
being a
Did he
family
move
stick
out at
together.
some point? Did you all break up or move out?
Yes, I moved out about a month after,
That was,
After that?
a couple weeks after that, yes,
Okay.
closer to a month.
Plaintiff Nicole Black has a child with the defendant, and he claims he planned to propose to her on a family vacation. But instead, she broke up with him on the trip.
Let me get some background from him. Sir, you
Hi.
want to tell me?
yeah, I was in love with her. I wanted a family. She knew that. We had a kid together, and we went on a family vacation, like she said, to go visit my grandma to show her new granddaughter. Everything was fine and dandy when we got there, and my aunt did ask, what is the arrangements for staying overnight or through the week? And she asked, are you staying in a hotel or whatever? And as soon as she said hotel, she immediately blew up on me. And I said, I thought you had everything ready. I was like, dude, we're staying at my cousin's house. Me, you, our daughters, my oldest daughter and our newest daughter, and my cousin's wife and his daughter was going to stay there.
That's
and she's
not
like,
true.
I'm not doing that. I'm going to go get a hotel. I was like, there's no need to get a hotel because I got everything arranged. She's like, no, we are going to a hotel. And she left.
That is not true. I had already had the hotel room booked.
Why?
That's not what you told
Why,
me.
sir?
Because when we
Quiet,
got
sir.
there-
She just contradicted herself. What? Why?
When we arrived at his aunt's house, we were all under the impression that we were staying at his aunt's. It was all arranged
No,
before
that's
we
not what
left.
you said. You'd already arranged the hotel before you got to the aunt. That's
No.
what you just told me. You said I'd already arranged a hotel by the time we got to his aunt's house.
When
I'm
we
not
arrived-
that crazy. I'm a little touched, but I heard specifically what you said. Go ahead and continue, sir.
I wanna
Damn, you
be-
didn't change your whole story. Why did you stay at the family? She wants that answer.
I had arrangements. I said, we have arrangements to stay with my
So
family.
what? If your family was going to stay at the hotel instead, why wouldn't you say, well, let me stay with my family. Even though I had arrangements over here, I got to pay anyway. Well, no, you don't work. You
She
like
didn't-
Linda. All right.
She didn't
go
want
ahead.
me to stay. She said, no, we're going to there.
All right, so
And she
why
was
didn't
mad.
you? What was the big deal, sir,
Because-
about you staying with your family?
I don't know. It was a family vacation. We had arrangements to stay at a family's house.
Okay, and so when she said, no, I want to stay in a hotel, most family would say, okay, all right, we can stay in the hotel. That's what most people would do. But you say, okay, y'all go ahead.
I asked if I can go with her, and she
Okay.
refused. She says, you already have your arrangements to stay here. I'm taking the
That is not
daughter
true.
You
and going
at
never
all.
to the hotel."
denied him
No.
access to stay there in the hotel.
No.
All right, move on. Now, anything else you want me to know about the relationship?
Like I said, I was in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
I was planning to propose to her on this family vacation. And then she breaks up with me on the family vacation.
Because you didn't stay at the hotel.
No, there
Why?
was she went to a wedding a few months prior and she met somebody. Because soon after we got back, she moved back in with her mom. She got her apartment. And a month, maybe a little over, she ends up with this guy at the house. And I happened to catch him sitting outside coming home from work one late evening night. And I confronted her about it. They were shocked. They were like, no, we're just talking. And then they ended up getting together.
We were already split up at that point. We were not dating. The time that we were dating, he was not involved with his family anyways.
How long after the trip was this?
What's that?
How long after the trip did this occur?
It wasn't long, a month, maybe a little more.
Okay, and
to me it seems like
longer than that.
Did you tell him when you left him while you were leaving?
Yes.
What'd you say?
I told him because he was never there for his family. He never helped out with his children. He worked on the road a lot with his business.
She complained about that.
No, the day she left you.
No.
Did she tell you why she was leaving you?
She said she couldn't stand me, couldn't stand my family, and she was done.
All right. Did she?
Definitive.
I mean, she was
very clear about that.
Her and my father, the whole trip, the whole family trip, she was on me. I couldn't do nothing right.
Can't stand y'all. You
That's
or
what she
your
said.
father, your mama, your daddy, your brothers. I hate them. That's how she said. Pretty much.
There was a lot more words involved, but.
Plaintiff Nicole Black has a child with the defendant, and he claims he planned to propose to her on a family vacation. But instead, she broke up with him on the trip.
Down payment on the car that you're suing him for, car insurance, and return of a title. What happened?
He co-signed for my vehicle when we were dating. We split up. I made 100% of the payments, and
what was the agreement on you were to make all the payments?
I was to make all of the payments, and I have all of the payments that I made for the whole 4 years I had the vehicle. The car is paid off.
So why are you suing him for the down payment if you were to pay all of it off?
Because he held the title from the Traverse from me because of the visitation
How
modification.
long after getting it did he withhold the title from you?
He still has the title. He received the title in March.
You put your money down, and since you can't get your title, you want your money returned, your down payment
returned.
Right,
because I had purchased a new vehicle and could not use that as a trade-in.
All right, and the insurance you're suing about?
For the past 6 months of paying on the Traverse of when it got paid off and I could not trade it in on the vehicle, so I'm paying double insurance because of him refusing to let me get rid of this vehicle.
Why don't you just park it?
It is parked, but I still have to have insurance on it.
You still drive it.
I drive both vehicles.
For a parked car?
I have to have insurance on it until it is sold. That's what the insurance company told me.
All right, sir. What do you say about the down payment on the car and the return of the title?
Well, I was working out of town when she told me she was looking for a new vehicle. So that's fine. Whatever, when I get the title back, I'll let you know. Well, I got a summons to go back to court for an incident that happened with my 2 daughters, and then I got the title for the car at the same time. So I tried to talk to her about the whole court thing, and she refused to talk to me about it. She's like, we're going to court. And I was like, well, then you're not getting the title. I was like, we can
why did you compare the two? What relation did the two have to each other?
Because what she's saying is happening between my 2 daughters. Mm-hmm. Time and time again, it's been proven not to happen.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with a car?
Nothing really. But she's saying if I don't...
That's your form of retaliation.
Yes.
But she's accusing me, or not accusing me, saying if I don't do this and this and this, I won't get to see my daughter.
Okay. And your remedy for that is court.
Her remedy. I've tried to work it out with her.
She don't have, what do you mean her remedy? She already got the child. You need the remedy.
I misunderstood.
Talking about her remedy. Your remedy, instead of withholding property, which is illegal, and retaliating against her, is to go back to court for the custody issues and have that judge order. That's the proper way of taking it. Okay. That's just like people who, ladies, and many of them, I say that because they're the ones who have the children typically, they'll, if you don't pay your child support, you're not gonna see the child. You hurting the child. You hurting the child. Here you throwing a car. Your child is compared to a car. Go ahead, man.
I have the court papers from where I went to court and got everything.
I know, but he's talking about what he wants, and I'm telling him to go back to court to get what he wants because you have. And what you need, he's talking about you need to. That's why I was telling him you don't have to do a thing. You straight. You're the one that got to go back to court about the kids. Now, my question to you is, be quiet. You already admitted she can't get her title unless you see the kids more. You want money or the car?
I feel like that I'm entitled to both because I paid
Okay, you're not. Which one do you want?
the title, please.
All right. You have 30 days to give her the title. Otherwise, you're going to pay the judgment that I'm issuing for $4,855. You either pay that or you give her the title in 30 days. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I just hope that this settles everything and we can be better co-parents and grow up.
Well, you gotta learn to give a little, not take everything. So.
I didn't take anything.